and there were two sculptors working on two pieces of rocks. And she stopped by out of curiosity and asked the first monk, "What are you doing?" And he got irritated that he was distracted. He turned with half turned with an angry look and said, "Can't you see I'm carving a step?" She just nodded and walked on to the second one. And just to irritate the second one, she once again asked him, "So what are you doing?" And he turned fully towards her, smiled, and said, "I am creating a civilization." Chief guests, Honorable Dr. Mungama, fellow Benedictine Sunesh, and an alumni of IIHE, my colleagues, and a representative from Salford, dear parents, and most of all, dear children and graduates. So used to wearing this for nearly 10 years at CIMA, and I used to address so many young kids, and I've seen most of you running around the campus, so it's apt that I call you kids, and of course CMB graduates. Contributing to national competitiveness is the key. You, at a convocation, look back and look forward. You look back at your sacrifices, the commitment, the sense of accomplishment you have now, having gone through the rigorous assessment processes, fun-filled learning, and then getting through exams, maybe coming down and coming back and getting through exams. And your parents will look back at the time they enrolled, making the commitment, both time and money, to see you here tonight. And you look forward as a graduate. What is that you are supposed to do? Where we are today as a nation, there's never been a better time to graduate. We are rich in our civilization, and we don't find that civilization in our streets, not even in some of the universities. We torture our animals, we ride our elephants, we don't respect women and children. We talk of highest literacy level in the region, but we don't have the literal capacity to discuss, but we choose to disrupt. We don't have the literal capacity to negotiate, but we try to negate every effort somebody is taking. Therefore, this is the best time that you are graduating. The first story I told you, bring into context the message I want to share with you. There's a difference between purpose and higher purpose. The first guy had a purpose of making a living, and the other, doing the same thing, had a higher purpose of creating a civilization. Now, your parents would have had a purpose when they enrolled you to this program, or the MBAs, and you enrolled in the program. But tonight, when you graduate, you would ask yourself, what is the higher purpose of my learning? Learning has been, historically, a process that used to fill the minds of people. And Secretary of State of the United States Education recently said that the curriculum you study in the first 2 years in a 4-year degree program becomes obsolete by the time you pass out. So in a world that is changing faster, filling your mind with knowledge that is becoming obsolete is meaningless, isn't it? So what is then is a higher purpose of education? high purpose of education to help you shape your minds so that when you walk into an unknown world, you are agile to adapt. You are agile to visualize your role in creating national competitiveness. The days we went to school, decades ago, we were asked what are our main exports, and we would close our eyes and say tea, rubber and coconut. And we are importing coconut. Our tea industry is dying. Our agriculture is neglected. We have the sea around us and we still import fish. Then why have you graduated? 600,000 children sit O levels. 200,000 qualify. 30,000 goes into university. It is 5% of the children who aspire what you have. And they have dreams too. So do their parents. If you ever drive down out of Colombo, if you come across a small child, please stop and ask that child, what do you want to become? Some may still say, I want to become a doctor. Some will just look at you with a blank face because they have lost the meaning of a dream because it has never realized. So then, if it's only 5% people of the 600,000 who aspire, dream, have a right fundamentally for education, is deprived, how do we become competitive? So what is the higher purpose of a graduate? We as a nation competing for FDIs, which we are losing to the region. We secured the lowest, not by the time you were there, we were hitting $2 billion. And I remember the single transaction you got through the port, which brought in 2.6 billion, one single transaction. We are struggling. From that time, we just dropped down to $800 million, when Pakistan, which had lower credit rating than ours, was securing $3.2 billion. Very recently, I attended a seminar put together by the National Development Bank of Sri Lanka. And the purpose of the symposium was to invest in Bangladesh. So how do you compare? The National Development Bank is inviting Sri Lankan entrepreneurs to invest in Bangladesh. And who was there to present? The director of the Bangladesh IIHE. Mind you, in 2017, Sri Lankans have invested $250 million in Bangladesh, while our inward remittance FDI was only $800 million. How do you increase the national competitiveness? Literacy level of Bangladesh in 1970 was 18%, and today it is 82%. And this year, the government is training 20,000 teachers, which has a purpose. So competitiveness, we compete for tourism. And what do? We rape our tourists. We kill their boyfriends. And we'll talk of civilization. We talk of literacy. We are divisive. We are a nation of 20 million people, but we are very divisive. We are divisive by caste, we are divisive by creed, we are divisive by language, we are divisive by the place of birth within the same district. We are divisive by the schools we attend. We are divisive by the choice of TV channels we watch. We are divisive by the type of food we want to eat, even within the same family. Take Barcelona, for example. You have a Neymar from Brazil, you have a Messi from Argentina, you have a Suarez from Uruguay. That makes Barcelona. Who won the World Cup for France? Africa. Does it matter? Not for France. The number one brand in this world is Google. Who's the CEO? An Indian. Doesn't matter. As long as you can put that brand on the map. But it does matter in our country. It is not the competence we have to rule the country, but the other We got to get out of these children. We sing the national anthem. You would have sung the national anthem 1,000,000 times, 1,000 times, and you would sing the national anthem. What one line in the national anthem that touches your heart? For us at IIHE, there's one line that touches your heart, which says, Obuwe Apashakti. They're referring to you, that you are the strength of this nation. So when looking at what's going on, we have lost out on FDIs. Our ease of doing business index, which was 82 in 2012, has dropped to 111 in 2016, 2018. Ease of doing business and the environment for business has dropped. We only excel in one. Suicide rate. We are number 4. People are losing the will to live in this country. And that's what I'm saying. There will be never better time for you to graduate. Reading all these negative statistics, we still believe this nation is gifted with talent. Look back. In the changing world, experience is becoming obsolete. Agility is a strength. Ability to transfer the opportunity to results is a strength. We hear negatives, we close our eyes, we look at our country, and we see darkness. We see darkness of a tomb. Or can it be the darkness of the womb, waiting for a new nation to be born? Can you make that